this harsh sentence by a military tribunal against RFI's Hausa correspondent, how do you explain it?
Well, I don't know if you can explain it, but I can certainly say it's the use of this new law, 2014 law against terrorism, which is simply an absurd law. I 3-4 weeks ago was summoned by the gendarmes under that same law. I was accused of terrorism because of an article I wrote. So.
And this is something new for Cameroon, isn't it? That
well,
military tribunals.
Well, we had this law against subversion in 1961, which was actually repealed by President Biya, who said no longer would the Cameroon have to hide himself to speak. And that law was repealed, I think, in the 90s. And that is brought back in 2014 under the guise of fighting against Boko Haram. And now it's being used against citizens and terrorists. The other lawyers who face the sentence of terrorism. I think it is sad when the law is used for political purposes. It's very sad.
The Cameroonian nation, correct me if I'm wrong, squarely behind the forces who've been fighting Boko Haram. So why turn against the journalists trying to cover the story?
Well, listen, the kind of relationship between politicians and journalists, we can't start that today.
You're saying politicians and journalists.
Yeah, exactly. I think that it's a complicated relationship. Don't forget that Cameroon is around the corner from elections next year. And there are all sorts of forces playing. And I think in this particular case, it has become a kind of a well-known case, and the government digs in, which it does very often. It is a government that never admits to committing a mistake, and it digs in, and it just gets worse. And I think that the journalist is sentenced to 10 years. I heard you say he avoided going down for a death sentence. It's sad, but I think that there's a law like this in 2017 is a sad day for anybody, I think.